Watch out! Something's not right. What? Brother! Brother! Help! Help! Help!
That doesn't sound like chirping.
It seems to only repeat these lines. This is not a common tacit discord. Tacit discords attack other living beings because they need to feed on those frequencies to make themselves whole again. When frequencies are scattered and recombined, a new tacit discord is born. This one probably devoured the frequencies of humans, turning the last bits of a human's consciousness into such monotonous mumbles. Are these words the last cries of someone innocent? Who is behind this twisted plot? I'm sorry. No, that's beyond my ability. I just sensed some complex feelings from it. A mixture of deep sadness and eager anticipation. Rover, I think I know what's going on here. It seems to be begging for help, but it's not asking us to help it. I can sense the pained cries of this tacit discord. No, the cries of this whole village. The village is crying, waiting for rescue. Something truly awful must have happened here, and the victims' reverberations still linger based on the evidence we've found and the condition of these ruins. That didn't happen all too long ago. I can still feel it in the streams. Perhaps the tacit field has kept this village from being discovered. Or maybe someone has been intentionally concealing it. Anyway, there must be something we can do. We may find the victims nearby. I can feel someone connected to what happened here is still close. This place is dangerous. I'll inform Shuzia about what happened here. Can we continue our search before the official investigators arrive? Sorry, I know it doesn't sound very convincing. It's just a hunch of mine, and I don't have any evidence to back it up. Thank you, Rover. Please stay vigilant. As for the little one here, let's leave it be.
Everyone's complaining about the English VA. I was like, yeah, honestly, I don't care. Because, like, it is what it is. I just don't want to, I don't want to fucking... I don't like reading subs. I'm not a fan of subtitles. So, I don't like reading subs. This is how it is. I don't want to read subs.
With every meeting
I don't want to read subs.
comes the inevitable parting.
That's all
Let's
it is. So
not dwell on
I
it.
just do not want to read subs. I'm sure it sounds better in Japanese. I'm not a fan of subs. I don't like it in anime and I don't like it in my games. I don't want to read.
Ritualistic
I'm lazy.
wooden plaques.
Don't judge me.
But why are they here? These plaques are usually placed in ancestral shrines.
One of these
They
days I'll
seem to
learn
belong to a
Japanese.
different time. I remember reading about something like this. People held large-scale ancient rituals periodically in their villages, driven by certain beliefs.
I see. Let's check somewhere else.
Speeding up. The area is a mess, but it doesn't look like a war zone. Someone was hurt and dragged away. Look, there are many footprints here. These are someone was injured. I see.
I see.
The Fraxidus is likely behind it all.
The Fraxidus?
Scar.
Yes. I don't know much about the Fraxidus, but as an outrider, I've worked on related cases. It's a group of extremists obsessed with fusing humans with tacit discords. They've caused terror attacks of various scales around the world.
Fusing humans and tacit discords.
We've seen signs of their presence in Jinzhou, left by lower-ranked members called Artificers. Above the Artificers are the Overseers, leaders with eerie abilities and unknown intentions. They pose a far bigger threat. No one knows their true intentions. Some members speak of world destruction, while others claim they seek eternal power, and there is one particularly insane overseer. He's crazy even by Fraxidus standards. A man who sees no order and revels in destruction. I've seen similar cards in the physical evidence file of the Fraxidus-related cases. They belong to this one overseer I'm talking about. They call him Scar. If he's responsible for what happened to these villagers, who knows what kind of cruel and twisted atrocities he's capable of?
Scar is a pretty fucked up person.
Huh?
Kitty! Kitty, kitty! Oh! Yang Yang! No! Where'd you
Guess
go?
you won't need my self-introduction. Oh, I spent...
There is an issue with the audio though, that it keeps
If you need to hear it from me, then yes, I am Scar. Cruel and twisted maniac. We deserve a meeting free of such disturbances, don't you agree? The girl, she's gonna sway your judgment. Don't worry. I don't plan to make you hate me just yet. She is safe now. Well, let's just enjoy our time together for the moment. Forget about that irrelevant person, will you? I have a lot to share with you. To begin with, I heard you've lost your memories.
answer my questions first.
Indeed. I'll tell you then. Before you knew anything about this world, you were already the center of conflict. You are the unknown variable we've been waiting for. Forces have been fighting for possession over you. From the moment you opened your eyes, everyone you've met, including that girl you care so much about, they all knew how valuable you are. The world is a cruel place. You are a living, breathing person, but you're just a pawn to many. That's why I'm here, because I see you as a dear friend, and I want to tell you the truth. I am so sorry for everything you're about to face. But truth hurts sometimes. I know you are not one I can sway with simple words. My goal is simple. I just want to deepen our mutual understanding, nothing more. Come on. Observe the surroundings a little more and tell me what you see. As you learn more about this world, your true desires will surface, and our little game will become even more entertaining. And before that, I don't want anyone to disturb my precious alone time with you. That's all.
The voices don't seem to match up with the mouth rigging in English, which is a downside because I wonder how that's gonna affect the storytelling in the game.
We are the culprits. Maybe you should be asking me what actually happened here. I won't tell you everything just yet. That's too boring. As I said, why don't you take a look around and see for yourself?
Honkai has great
So go
voice
ahead.
acting for English, so
What do you see?
unfortunately Wuo couldn't get the same thing. I don't know if it's the voice actors or if it's the mouth rigging. Honestly, I don't really know who's to blame here.
Bravo! Didn't think you'd catch on to that. Now, what is the conclusion you've drawn?
I think it's kind of because I already had a problem with Yang Yang's voice. I think it's both. I think the faces aren't expressive enough. I think that's what it is. The faces aren't expressive enough to go along with the
How
the
typical.
voices.
The age-old tale of savage wolves and helpless lambs. Good and evil as clear as day. It's a tired story that people cling to in their mundane lives. Oh, how it keeps them in check. But let me ask you this. Do you truly believe the real world can be that simple? Let me give you a couple more tips. The truth is far more complicated than you think. First, who are the players in our tale? An innocent girl, a revered leader, and a flock of simple villagers.
Because the issue
Next,
is,
what makes up our main
if I
plot?
switch to Japanese, I'm gonna have to
Devotion,
read out
fleeting
aloud
kindness,
the script.
collective deceit, senseless killings, and the one vulnerable soul pushed onto a path of destruction by the masses.
And I do not want to have to
Moreover,
voice
the
act.
story is yours to
I'm not a
spin.
voice actor. It's exhausting.
I'm eager to hear your version after you've learned more.
Because good voice acting and rigging is actually it really helps bring the story alive. That's why Honkai's story is so fucking good. Because the rigging is great and so are the voice actors.
Our story begins here. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village, lived a flock of carefree lambs. In the day, they toiled for food. And when evening fell, they sought refuge from the looming threat of wolves. Fables. Stories told and retold through the ages. The ancient art of conveying hidden truths through fiction. But they always draw from real life, don't they? The same story gets told by many, and each person brings their own spin, their own focus. Whatever you learn from it is just one of countless different interpretations. Like us now, caught in a carefully crafted plotline, A scheme I had no hand in. This village marks the beginning of my story with Jinzhou. So that magistrate led you here to meet me. Such a clever move on her part.
It's like I wish I was a reader, because I know
One day,
that could
a shepherd
that affects my
visited the
content, but
village.
I can't do it.
The shepherd brought them
I hate
promises
reading.
of abundance and protection.
and I'm not a good
The
voice
lambs,
actor,
drawn
so I
in by
can't.
his words, soon lived in
I can't do
comfort
voices
and
like most people do.
security. No,
I wish it was different,
quite the
but
opposite. The shepherd's arrival is only the beginning. With a wave of his hand, the shepherd could grant their every wish. His flock obeyed, bowing their heads, pleading for better food and shelter. They no longer had to struggle for survival, as their once meager lives were replaced with endless luxury. The flock worshipped their shepherd-turned-god, praising him and holding him in the highest regard. What's wrong? Does my story make you uncomfortable? Imagine you were one of those lambs, facing irresistible temptation and pressure from your peers. Wouldn't you bow down and beg for food from your master? Oh, so we agree already. You are right, but the world we live in falls short of our ideals. The shepherd still reigns, and the lambs have grown complacent. It's up to the two of us to make that ideal world a reality.
Speeding up.
beating out.
The lambs reveled in endless bonfire parties, celebrating their new god every night. Except the one little black lamb. As each night passed, it was the only one to notice how its flock was dwindling away. Rover, do you think someone would give you what you want without taking anything from you?
Like his voice isn't bad. It matches the character. It's just the rigging, and the faces aren't expressive
I could get
enough.
my desired outcome, but true equality is scarce. Always has been. The world was never a fair place. Wouldn't you agree? To receive equal retribution, one must give more and more and more. When every wish comes with a hefty price, people weigh their options carefully. But when they can make someone else bear the price, they all rush to make more wishes. They don't consider they too may one day pay for another's selfish desire. Funny, isn't it?
I'm gonna change it real quick just for this next thing. I'm gonna change it to Japanese just to see the difference. Just to see the difference for one cutscene. We're gonna see the difference for one cutscene.
その後、ヤギ界はヤギたちにこう言いました。ヤギの数が減った理由は、ただ一匹の黒ヤギにあると。最終的に可愛い子ヤギたちはいつも通りの朝を迎えました。ただ一匹黒ヤギを除いて。そう。ヤギ界が作った新
That
し
is
い
a
ルールを
world's
黒ヤギ
difference.
は破
Holy
ってしまっ
shit.
たのです。こうして隠された真相が明らかになり、ヤギ界が子ヤギたちの願いを
I've already
叶え
heard
ること
this
も
story, and I've
それ
already
に
read
伴う
this,
犠
so
牲もなくなりました。
I'm not
黒
worried
ヤギ
about
がした
hearing
こ
it.
とを見て、ヤギ
I've
界が
already
敬
got
意
to
的な
this
言葉
point
を
in
聞
the
いて、
beta.
それで子ヤギたちは黒ヤギに何をしたと思う？これが自分たちのそばに何よりも恐ろしい悪魔がいることを知らずにいた哀れで愚かな子ヤギたちのお話。
Damn, that is a world. Jesus, that is a world's difference, bro. Jesus Christ. Good lord. Oh. Hold on, let's try the other ones. Let's try Korean.
좋아. 작은 것 하나도 놓치질 않는데?
Okay, that
네가 생각하는 마을의 이야기가 점점 궁금해지는걸?
voice sounds
너의
familiar.
대답을 들은 후에 이 마을의 진상을 알려주도록 하지. 네가 생각했을 때 밤마다 어린 양을 하나둘씩 사라지게 한 건
There's definitely a different voice tone between Japan and Korean. Japan was more Joker like. Japan and English are more Joker like. This one is more deep tone like.
맞아. 양을 사라지게 한 직접적인 범인은 양치기야. 양치기가 소원을 들어주는 조건에는 대가가 있다는 걸 양들은 전혀 모르는 게 아니었지. 하지만 유혹 앞에서
I would have to hear them
점점
laugh,
내려가면서
honestly.
자신에게 피해가
He's
오지
supposed to be a
않았다는
crazy
이유로
villain, so.
그저 모른 척하고 있었던 거야. 만약 다시 기회를 준다 해도 난 그 끝내 죽음의 칼날 앞에 서게 될 자신. 자, 두 번째 질문. 자, 이번 문제 네가 결론 내린 진실.
I'm skipping this because I wanna move on.
어린 양들은 마을에서 서로를 보호하며 야생 늑대의 위협을 피했지. 그러다 양치기가 마을에
Here's the
오면서
wrong time to change it to Korean.
그들에게 소원을 이룰 수 있는 힘을
this is the boss
가져다주며
fight.
피난처와 먹이까지 제공해 주었어. 양치기는 점점 양무리를 다스려갔고 어린 양들은 행복하고 안정된 삶을 살았지. 하지만 이야기는 이제부터가 시작이야. 양무리에 있는 유일한 검은 양을 발견한 양치기는 검은 양에게 너의 소원을 들어줄 테니 대신 양무리에 있는 다른 양을 대가로
Korean doesn't seem to match.
라고 말했지. 검은 양은 양치기의 제안을 거절했고 그로 인해 양무리에게 따돌림을 당하며 피난처와 먹이를 잃었어. 게다가 양무리 속의 양은 계속해서 사라지고 있었지. 양치기는 양무리에게 규칙을 깨고 양들의 실종을 일으킨 범인이 검은 양이라고 말하며 더 이상 어린 양의 소원을 들어주지 않을 것이라고 말했어. 어린 양들은 자신의 소원을 빌기 위해선 다른 양을 제물로 바쳐야 한다는 것을 이미 알고 있었지. 하지만 그들은 항상 이번에 희생될 그 양이 자신이 아닐 거라고 생각했어. 동시에 일부 어린 양은 자신이 희생의 대상이 될 수 있다는 걸 알았고 그들은 또 똑같은 방식으로 다른 양에게 그 희생의 화살을 돌려 소원을
So for
이룰
me
수
right
있는
now,
기회를
it's
얻었지.
Japan, English, and Korea.
모두가
Or
진실을
Scar,
알고
at least.
있으면서도 아무도 입을 열지 않은 거야.
Or Scar.
매번 겁을 먹으면서도 욕심에 눈이 멀어 새로운 소원을 빌고 그렇게 양치기의 규칙에 순응하며 살게 된 거지. 어린 양들은 계속
But it is
피해자와
100%
가해자 사이에
the facial expressions are matching even in Japan.
계속했지.
So
검은 양에 의해 규칙이 깨질 때까지 말이야.
So it is definitely the facial models. The models aren't expressive enough.
양무리와 양치기의 거리가 차단되면서 끝나고 양들은 승리의 불길에 휩쓸렸어. 그렇게 풀밭에는 잿더미와 빗자국은 더 이상 숨길 수 없게 되었지. 어때? 자, 법칙을 부재물로 이모 반역자를 형틀에 올려. 뭐? 나는 결코 양. 참 재미있는 사람이야, 방랑자.
Okay, good. I didn't want to skip this cutscene. Okay, good. I have a chance to change it. Let's try Mandarin.
身处混沌，趁现在想想清楚吧，到底什么才是正确的方向？好，这么快就被发现了吗？
Not bad.
头摇
Probably going to the
眼眨
boss
眨
fight with this.
变出一群洋娃娃，娃娃真可爱，有黑有红，又有富裕。倒在你脚下的是勇于走向清醒的先行者呀，和他们一样，在这条正确的道路上笃定的前。别着急，要是不小心掉了下去，你会粉身碎骨哦。
声性合一。
以我为刃。
干脆利落，毫不留情。你瞧，我们有这么多的共同点，别急着否认。 你想成为创造规则的牧羊人，还是成为打破规则的黑羊？如果一个清醒的人在死之中独活，你该称其为清醒者，还是唯一的异端疯子？想想看吧，牧羊人并不是既定真理的化身，只要他彻底消失，还能获得信任，世上就不会再有加害者与受害者这种分类。
再来一次。
I had it going too. I had a good feel. There we go.
迷光之际，
Oh, I dodged, but I missed up. Ah, missed.
不要犹豫，保持冷静。
以我为刃。邪风起势，物我同频。解意，传频。
声性合一。
漂泊者，
Japan's definitely the best voice acting. To go with the rigging, but the rigging fucks all the voices up.
漂泊者，漂泊者。 我打破了他的幻境，他应该也受伤了。
我该谢谢你的手下留情吗？
离漂泊者远一点。
Hello? Mommy? Hello? Wife? Wife?
来之前不是说好的，把时间留给我和漂泊者吗？
希望你没有忘记这个条件的前提，不要即兴发挥，给别人带来困扰。
别这么急着出来维护你那脆弱的完美乐章。我有分寸，什么该做，什么不该做，不需要你来提醒我。漂泊者，看来这次的约会只能到此为止了。不过希望你记得我提醒你的。我想知道，你最终会选择从天而降的馈赠，还是开诚布公的交易，或是一掷千金的豪赌？
你是个聪明人，我相信你不会轻易做出决断。很快，我们会再见面的。
他们要跑了，要追吗？伤痕的共鸣能力似乎是空间传送和制造异空间。我被他关在一个封闭的空间里，
Okay, we'll go back to
只
English
能
now.
感知到，我花了一些时间才打破幻境。
叽叽，叽叽，可，
哎，这个小家伙怎么跑到这里来了？我还从来没见过有残像会表现出这么生动的情绪。不过，他叫的哥哥有可能，毕竟伤痕曾比起这些，漂泊者。看来，骑士村的真相与那场仪式密切相关。用寓言故事，只有找到仪式真正发生的地点。怎么双重的残像频率波动痕迹？原来如此，风中传来的讯息在那边，跟我来。
南边。
他们没有答案，无需担心，和您推断的一样，伤痕并没有伤害到他们。依照您的意思，我没有出手。您那边还好吗？请您一定要保护好自己。令尹大人。对了，漂泊者。
Okay. So